Hey ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. Behind me is the new Dacia Sandero Stepway. This is the little bit taller model, ready for off-road, and we have the extreme trim and Eco G with automatic. I'm gonna check it out. This is the new facelift. Without further ado, let's just jump into the full review. So here it is, the new Dacia Sandero Stepway. So Stepway is a bit taller than the standard Sandero. And it has this plastic protection around the front rear bumper, side skirt, and around the wheel arches, so you can go to unpaved road. Now, this is the facelift. There's also some technology updates as well. We're gonna check inside, but let's talk about first price and the powertrains you can get. Now, for this specific new model, you can choose the entry pure petrol, and it has 110 horsepower. You can also choose the Eco G with a manual 120 or automatic. It is, to be specific, 122 horsepower. Now inside here is the 1.2 TCE Eco G in this case. It has 122 horsepower if you're running on the LPG. If you're running on the petrol, it has 114 horsepower, so a little bit less. I assume that the LPG just burns better and produces a little bit more horsepower. Now you got two tanks, 50 liter of petrol and 50 LPG. Now 0 to 100 is I think above 10 or 11 seconds, so it's not really super fast, but it's economical, and Dacia claims it can do up to 1,400 kilometers of combined range, so that should be really nice for those of you who are road trip enthusiasts. Now, price, this top spec is 23,100 euros. You can add some options to it, and it can be a little bit higher than that. I'm going to show you for this specific model price tag inside the car. Now, we have this beautiful yellow metallic color. And let me show you the key fob. It's pretty much the same if you already saw any other Dacia models. Lock, unlock. You can unlock or lock the cargo, and you can turn on the LED headlights. You can see these are the main headlights. The long beam is still halogen, same as the fog lights, so it's a warm beam. Now, if you approach the car, this is keyless entry. It will unlock. I'm going to lock it manually so you can see those turn signals on the top. And in this case, mirrors do not fold, unfortunately, and I wish they added tinted windows on this one, but it's something you'll have to do aftermarket. Now, a beautiful Sandero Stepway has been updated design-wise. The headlights are a little bit changed, same as the taillights, and we have a little bit change on the mostly front bumper. Let's check out those details. Before we start, I gotta say, I really like these bolsters on the hood. They just look nice and powerful. Now, I think this is the best looking Dacia Sandero Stepway so far. As you can see, we have the new daytime running lights. They're split here. And if I come closer, once again, you can see here LED. This is flickering on the camera, of course. So these two are LED projectors. This one is, you can see bulb here and bulb on the fog light. There's Dacia signature in there, so they wanted to change it a little bit. So on the front here, on the top grille, we don't have any more of those lines. We have these like square dots, if you will, with the new Dacia logo. And the rest is here piano black. There's an air intake here and bigger one at the bottom. There are flaps that open or close, which is cool. And then you have this unpainted, some sort of gray and light gray plastic. And this one has this flakes, emphasizing that it's a recycled plastic. You can see the parking sensors. So this one has 360 parking sensors, and it has 360 cameras. Look at this, on Dacia you get a front camera now. And you can see one on the side mirror there. Now, huge thanks to Dacia Croatia for giving me car for a review. Now this is the front end. I think it looks really nice. And one more time with the lights on. So there you go. Now the extreme trim has this copper side mirrors, so some of you might like that, and it's the best equipped model. Now another detail here I haven't really emphasized is this side tunneling. It looks quite nice and aerodynamic with the piece sticking out. But altogether, the car looks amazing. Now on the extreme trim, you get these side stickers. So that's a little addition. Now checking the alloys here, we have the 16-inch alloys. If you go for the lower trims, you get steel wheels with hubcaps. So these are 205/60 R16, and these are a new brand I haven't noticed before, Laufen. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yeah, it's a new tire. Seems quiet enough. I haven't really driven the car too much to give you a review. You can see the side repeaters. The exhaust pipe is below the driver right there, and you can see these stickers. Side mirrors, you can see the cameras there, and they do have blind spot warning, which is pretty nice. Well-equipped car for a Dacia, which used to be a very budget model, at least price-wise. Now you can see here the VIN number. You can see the dash, it's more or less the same. There is a speaker here close to A-pillars. You can see there should be a light sensor. There is a rain sensor and lane assist cameras. You can see the new computer there. Now this is double laminated front windshield, standard in car industry for a while. Now on the top you have these roof racks. So this is the plastic piece, this is the aluminum. On the extreme trim you can unscrew this, and instead of like this you can put them like that. So that's an option only on the extreme. You have here the Stepway in copper signature, and you have the black shark fin antenna, which is not standard, otherwise you would get in the lower trims the classical antenna with a wire. Now here's the side profile, and the car really looks sweet. I wish it had tinted windows on the back, it would complete the car. Now you have the classical handles. You can pop this one. There's a physical cylinder behind this one in case you need to change your 12-volt battery. Now something that would be cool if Dacia, maybe same as Clio, added opening here instead of this one, but that's fine. Just an idea. You can see the rear discs. And now check out the back here. Let me turn on those taillights. So again, redesign. They do look nice. If I press the unlock button, you can see the turn signal. Those are bulbs. I believe all of these are bulbs. And you know, these are the Lexus style. You can see here Dacia signature. Lexus style transparency is a new Clio. It's a new trend in car industry. You can see the stoplight. The spoiler is virtually non-existing. Now they've redesigned the rear bumper slightly with this top design. Looks a bit sportier, if you will. You have the cat eyes. This one's the fog light. The other one is the reverse light, and you can see all the parking sensors. And there's the backing camera. If I come closer, you can see that one. You open here. Now on the back you have the Sandero sticker, same as this one, and it says here Dacia. I'm not sure if you can see that. Now this specific car was on the Nürburgring. Another YouTuber, I think it's called Misha, has actually driven this car through the ring, which is crazy. You wouldn't expect this car to be driven there. Now let me just turn those lights one more time. You can see the back taillights, and the car looks real nice. I gotta say, the new facelift just looks a little bit more posh, at least design wise. Now if we open this, I'm gonna back up so you can see how it looks. Now I'm a tall person. That's 6.6 in feet, or 2 meters, and you know, this opens fairly tall. Now you see the opening button is nice and rubberized. You can pull here. The rest is Dacia. And I'm gonna type in the liters here for the cargo room. It is big, and you know, first of all, you have this top shelf that you can of course take out. If I remove my backpack and my jacket, I don't have that much room. And this first aid box, you can see the whole thing. Now underneath you can see the LPG. tank, again 50 liters, and you could lower this like that and get extra 5 fingers of height, so you can see that extra depth. Now I'm going to return that to the original position. So you can have it as a false floor, a bit taller. In that case, you have also 5 fingers of height to the loading area, which is chassis of the car, so it's not even covered by plastic. It is here. That's that. Now let me just return all of this gear. So on the side here, you have a batching kit, you have a tow winch, you have grocery hooks on both sides, which is nice, and you have a warm light. There's a room here for a fire extinguisher, and I don't think there is a 12-volt outlet, so that's that. I believe there are, let me see, there should be, maybe it's on the bottom, anchor points, and seats knock down 60/40. You can see that. You can press here and then knock these down so you can see better behind yourself if you don't have rear passengers. Close it up. Now regarding the fuel cap, you need to unlock it from the driver position, but I'm just going to cut in here the LPG, how it looks, and the petrol when you were refueling. In this case, LPG was 88 euro cents, petrol was 160 something, but the prices vary a little bit, a few cents in different pumps. Now let's check out the back here. So classical Dacia and Renault opening and closing sound, decent soundproof up to 100 kilometers per hour. I would say even decent at 130. It is a bit noisier, it's a taller car, but considering it's a Dacia and a budget model, it's fine, I guess. You can push down here if you have kids to disable unlock from the inside. Doors open nice and wide if you need to put a child seat where you have ISOFIX. Hard plastic on the back, even this is hard plastic. The windows are powered, but they're not fully automatic, only the driver one is. Nice big handles, small pocket. You have a speaker, there's 6 speakers in each door, and one that I showed you close to the A-pillars. Now you get this Dacia all-weather floor mats. These are like the topographic maps. So yeah, these are part of the extreme trim. And you can see the seats textile, and this is recycled plastic. And you can see the top here. So it's mostly recycled plastic in the middle and textile on the sides, and with some contrast stitching. You can see the top here, they try to maximize headroom. Now I will attempt to get on the back. So let's see here. I do have good feet room. I was sitting on the front, so have in mind I backed up the seat all the way to the back. But even now, I would have just enough knee room. If the seat was more forward, I would have more knee room. And in this case, I might be hitting myself in the back. But if an average person is on the front, there's more leg room. The seats are textile. You can see big pockets. Now you have these new anchor points. You can order like a cup holder, light. So those are a few of the options. You, for the first time in Dacia, have a USB-C. I think this one should be illuminated, if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't seen the car at night yet. Transmission tunnel is not too tall, not too wide. You could squeeze a third person. This is fine for a short ride. You can see the back here. You can add some stuff here like an umbrella. And yeah, you have all 3 sides besides your driver fixed handles, but that's nice. And yeah, that's the interior. Now you can press here, adjust the height, same as this one. Let's hear the closing sound. So it's okay, it's slightly like rattling, but when you close it, but it's again budget model. Now, if I'm trying to adjust here, I can straighten up my neck. You can see I'm a little bit short, but if you were like, let's say 180 or maybe even 185, you should be fine. Again, 2-meter tall person. The roof is slightly going downwards. Despite them trying to add some space, it's just slightly short for me personally. Now this is the front end. You might spot some changes. besides the automatic. But let's get on the front. Now, the seatbelt is not height adjustable. As you can see, it's fixed. There are no hooks on the B pillars. I think they could have added at least that or over here, but at least you have grocery hooks in the back cargo. Now, yeah, classical Dacia. So inside here, there's absolutely no sound dampening material. You can potentially do that if you want a little bit better soundproof. There is this animation when you unlock the car. There is tire pressure right here. You can pause and check that out. Now, on the front, you are treated with this being slightly padded. You have here powered windows. Again, only the driver's side is fully automatic for up and down. The rest you need to like keep holding. And you can disable the rear. Bigger pockets in the front. Same speaker. Now you need to pop this one. So let me just quickly run around. I know I cut it in, but this opens and you can see here petrol and LPG. So you can see all the markings again from factory. So that's that. Now, same all-weather floor mat, rubber paddles. Now you can see there's a something that looks like a speaker here, although it's not counted as part of the sound system for some reason. LED height adjustment is here. This is a fuse box, not a storage area. My personal and LPG shortcut. You can adjust the steering column manually. You have sport paddles. Look at that on Dacia. First time I see that. Seats are manual. Push up to slide back and forward. Push up for up and down. And push up to tilt the seat. These are the seats. I like this contrast stitching. It really matches the exterior color nicely. You can see the top. And the seats are quite nice. Dacia recently added like a dense foam and then a soft foam. So these seats are quite okay, although they do not have lumbar. And that's a huge problem for tall people. Now let me jump inside. So if you're a cab driver, I would recommend test driving the car first and then decide if the seats are okay for you personally. Closing sound. It's a Dacia sound. Could be better, but it is what it is. This is the point of view. There's going to be point of view driving with no comments and night point of view driving review with my impressions behind the wheel. Now, let me zoom back in. I'm going to start the car. There's a start-stop engine here, so I can get some AC running. Now the petrol isn't too loud. It is louder when you floor it. So I'm just gonna have the AC run here. I'm just gonna lower the AC fan. We're gonna try on automatic, increase the fan speed, but I will lower it down so it's not noisy. I will put it maybe like that. And let's focus on the changes. So we do have an updated steering wheel with the new Dacia badge, and it's a flat top, flat bottom, 3-spoke, nice, no piano black. Now here we have the speed limiter, cruise control. You can set the speed and reset. You saw the sport paddles. If you hold the plus, it goes back to manual. Here you can change the trip computer and here screen options. You have voice commands, but I don't think they work in Croatia. Now, if you want to engage my personal, you press twice here and you engage my personal, so you can disable the annoying new ADAS feature camera that monitors your eyes, sometimes sensitive, and the annoying speed limit change or over speed warning. That's mandatory. Now, this is slightly padded. You can see the new air vents design, closed and open, goes up and down, so looks fine. Hard plastic as before, and you have here the phone holder, so you can adjust that. And again, for the first time, there is a USB-C. Now you have the new updated infotainment. I think this is the first Dacia model for these lower models that are non-SUV. This could be compact SUV, the Stepway, but It has the new infotainment that we saw in the Duster, and it has the new digital cockpit. Now, the digital cockpit is only in the extreme trim. In the lower trims, you get the classical needles and classical gauges. Now, I'm going to come back to this one. You can close it here. You have the volume buttons, you have the volume source, and so on here. And you can see the air vents, classical. This is again padded, same material as the one on the doors. You can lock here the car, you can engage the hazards. You can see the passenger airbag, it goes off when you start driving. Auto start stop off. You get the message on the top. Eco, I'm really not sure this could like lower your consumption. I never use that. AC controls, you can see here, you can press this one. You can set auto here. You can manually adjust this one, but I'm going to lower that so you can see all the good stuff. Physical controls, AC, closed air circulation, front and rear defrost. 12-volt outlet on the front, 2 USB-Cs, and this button, nothing happens on the screen when you engage it. Now, you have a wireless charger. It's an option. It was spec'd on this car. 6-speed automatic. I don't think I've mentioned that, but yeah, it's a 6-speed automatic. And park button is right there. Now, you do have electronic parking brake that engages automatically. You do have cup holders, 2 sizes, and you can put your key fob here next to this if your inside battery is low to start the car. This is textile. You just press to unlock and push it up. It's kind of small, but you can maybe fit some personal stuff in there. It does not extend. It's fixed. Now, these are my sunglasses, so they can conveniently fit in here. Another look at the seats, and this is just slamming down. So this is the tool for the top roof racks if you want to reorient them. And here is the price list. So you can pause the video. So this is with taxes, but without the CO2 tax, $22,971. There are 1,630 euros of options, like the multimedia package, including the 10-inch screen here on the top with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are working wirelessly or with the cable. And here you have the the armrest, shark antenna, and steering wheel with leather, otherwise it's plastic in the lower trims. And you have the package drive, 360 cameras, electronically adjustable, and heated side mirrors. So I guess you press this one to engage the heated side mirrors, and automatic long beam. So here you have the amber yellow color, 560, and some extra taxes here, 130 euros almost. This vehicle with full 25% value-added tax and CO2 tax is 24,730 euros with few of the extra options I've mentioned here. This is very big and spacious. You can see that. I'm not sure if there's a light inside. So that's that. Now, let me run you through the top here. We have a big mirror. It's manual, don't blind me feature. On the top, you have a warm light. On the back, there is no light. You can switch it off, or if it's in the middle, it opens, turns on when you open the doors. This could be temperature sensor, emergency call. You have here Bluetooth calls. You can add a document holder here, beauty mirror. Does this extend? No, it does not, but it almost covers everything. And, well, plenty of headroom on the front, never an issue, at least not in Dacia. Now, it's nice that it got a little bit cloudy, so you can better see. When it was sunny, there was a slightly flickering on the screen, but only on the screen, or excuse me, on the camera. Now, let me run you through the digital cockpit. So you probably saw this in the Duster, but if you press this button, you can change here views. This is like the minimal. This is with the distance, safety distance of 2 seconds, and then here is the rev counter. Now, if you press the LPG button, you switch to petrol, you can see the range has changed. And if you press again, you can see the LPG. So I'm gonna cut in when I've refueled both tanks. You can see the range of the petrol and LPG. Now, if you use these arrows, you can on the side have navigation, eco monitoring, tire pressure. You can have the trip computer. You can just press OK to reset. You can have the distance on LPG or petrol and average fuel consumption. So I wasn't driving economically, obviously, but I wasn't even trying to drive any slower. Gasoline gauge, and I think when you press again the LPG button, it switches to LPG gauge and to gasoline gauge. If you remove the trip computer, then you can see the full screen. So for both of these, when you change, you can see different screens, so you can combine what you personally like. Now, the infotainment here, you have all the shortcuts here. This is the home screen. Let me show you the cameras. So in this case, we finally have 360 cameras. It's not the best resolution, obviously, but it does serve parking purpose. You can even see here the wheel on both sides, and there's this zoom auto feature, and here you can play like with the contrast, so with the brightness perhaps, but that's too much, and yeah, this is a bit better. So yeah, and you can play with the colors, so you can see if you want more color, less color, and that's that. You can even add, I believe, the if I go to reverse, you can see the camera moves. So with the steering wheel, it's pretty cool. You have that in Dacia. Now, let me show you or play some music. So this is the radio. If you can use the sides here to go to the media. The infotainment is slightly slower than one on the Renault, but I think that was purposely like that. So let me just play some media here. Okay, some ads here. Let me just go back to the something else. 6 speakers. The sound is okay for a radio, so it's nothing special. Now you can play here with all of these. You have FM, DAB. You have where you want the sound or what kind of sound you want, so you can play with all of that. If you can hear this buzzing sound, it's the car. I for a moment thought there was constructions outside, but it's not. And there's sources here. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, and USB. Now we have here shortcuts for the navigation. Here, maps. Again, I think this is deliberately slow. On Renault, it just opens immediately. So it's just like testing your patience. And I would probably not use this just because it's super slow in loading. You just have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto that works immediately, so just no point of using this. One thing I'm not sure, maybe if you add a route, you might have on Apple CarPlay here extra screen, but not full screen if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure if it's available on this screen. Actually, no, it was on the Dacia Bigster that had full screen. This one had this one was on the Duster with a shorter screen. You can manually switch here to a dark mode, so there's plenty of options. I'm not going to run through those. You have here phone connections. There's another shortcut there. Bluetooth, and you have here apps, Android and Apple CarPlay. Here, navigation. You could go here to settings. So play with all this, and there's the App Store. You need to create, I believe, maybe an account. Oh, you don't. So you can see the apps. You can even download Spotify. So there's only one map one app. It's not showing it now, but you can play with that. And I think you get a phone app, so you can also connect to that quickly here. Camera, we've passed through that. Driver assistance, all the new ADAS features are here. You can configure my personal. I've set these off, so you just easily engage that one. Comfort settings and parking. You can change the sound for the parking vehicle. Just to quickly run through these. I want this video not to be longer than half an hour, but the new infotainment is slightly updated, so I wanted to just run through that quickly. And here are the settings for the end. These are the same, so you can change here the language and so on. A huge upgrade for Dacia, if we're being honest. And steering wheel is a little bit giving you more feedback, more resistance, like a sports setting. But yeah, that's it. More in the night point of view driving review. Now, I will link technical details in the video description. There you have pretty accurate fuel consumption data. I did last time a fuel consumption of my own, and it was accurate to the WVLTP figures. So do check that out. I'm not going to do it this time. You can see here the petrol. You push here to the left, up and left to open. Here's the 3-cylinder, again naturally aspirated petrol, and 114 horsepower in petrol and 122 on LPG. Washer fluid is here, black. That's it. I'm gonna let it drop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know what to do. Like, share, comment. How do you like the new Sandero Stepway facelift? Okay, do me a solid, like, share, comment below. Once again, help me with the algorithm, and share this video on Dacia forums. Help other people who might be looking at the new Dacia Sandero. If you find this video informative, I really appreciate that support on this channel. Now, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Don't forget to check out the day point of view driving, again with no comments, and night point of view driving with my full impressions. And I might do a separate night tour of the new Sandero Stepway, so stay tuned for that. See you in the next one. Bye.